We can request feedback or additional planning information from colleagues by assigning input tasks. Here, John is the senior financial planner and needs to get updated salary forecasts for some regions. To create an input task, our story needs to contain either a table or a value driver tree based on a planning model that shows the data we want updated, such as the appropriate account and time period. In this case, we want new salary forecasts for Q3 and Q4. We also need to include a private version of the data in the table. This is the version that assignees will update. Check out the video on working with data categories and versions for more details. Now we'll create the input task. A new summary page is added where we set up the input task details. We can change the title if we want, enter a helpful task description, and set the due date. By default, the task is due in 24 hours. If we want, we can add a reminder and set the status to automatically switch to complete when the task is due without requiring us to review the entries first. Next, we need to make sure the correct model, version, and dimension for planning are selected. Here, we can only select dimensions that have a person responsible column in the model. Now we'll assign the task to the appropriate people. Since we're planning on the region dimension, we just need to choose the regions we want, and the assignee is set automatically based on the person responsible for the region in the model. If nobody is set as responsible, or we want to send the task to someone else, we can choose an assignee manually. Now we're ready to send the task to Bonnie and Priya. The task is sent, and the story is automatically saved. Bonnie has received a notification about the task. We can click the notification to view the task details. Keep in mind that we can also see the task details from the calendar. Here we can see that we've been asked to update salaries for the East US region. To see the table we need to update, we can either select the page directly or click the link. In the table, a filter is applied so we can see the values only for Bonnie's region. We'll enter updated salary values for Q3 and Q4. Now we'll return to the summary page. Here we can submit or reject the task using either the buttons at the bottom of the screen or the icons in the action area. In this case, we'll submit the task. We'll also enter a comment. The task status has changed to in review. Back in John's account, we've received updates about the task. Both Bonnie and Priya have submitted their work. We can view Bonnie's comment and click the link to see her entries. Here, an East US filter is applied, so we're looking at values just for Bonnie's region. The Q3 and Q4 salary values match what Bonnie entered. Now we can approve or reject each assignee's entries individually, click Approve All to accept all entries and close the input task, or click Complete to decline all entries that have not already been approved and close the input task. In this case, we'll approve all. The task is now completed, and the values the assignees entered are published to the public forecast version. Thanks for watching.